Are you wasting your time in the gym because of bad advice? These 5 key muscle building myths might be killing your gains. You've probably already heard of them before, but today we're going to expose these myths so that you can start building muscle the right way. There's so much bad advice when it comes to the gym and you're training for muscle growth. Some of it sounds believable, but if you fall for these, you might be limiting your muscle growth and you might not be growing as much as you should. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what is fact and what is not. So stay tuned. The first myth is that lifting light weights for high reps will get your muscle toned. This is kind of funny because I've heard of this before a lot of times and this is just complete BS. The idea that lifting light weights for high reps will tone your muscle is complete nonsense. Muscle tone, as we speak, will come from building more muscle and getting leaner by reducing your fat percentage. You are not going to tone your muscles from high reps with baby weights. That's just complete nonsense. Muscles don't care how heavy the weights feel. They just respond to the tension. You need to challenge them in order for them to grow. The truth here is that you need to train with progressively overloading, as in you need to increase your weights or your reps over time. You can also use a mixed range of rep ranges, but 6 to 12 reps each set is optimal. As for toning out your muscles, you just need to lower your fat percentage through your diet. That way, your muscles will look more defined and you'll get a leaner look. The second myth that people talk about a lot is that you need to eat every 2 to 3 hours in order to build muscle. People say that you need to eat constantly to keep your metabolism up or stay anabolic, but that's just not true. Muscle growth depends more on your protein intake and your calorie intake per day more than your meal frequency. The simple thing here is that you just need to meet your protein and your calorie intake per day. You need to get like 0.8 to 1 grams of protein per pound of body weight if you're training for maximum muscle gains, and you need to eat in a calorie surplus if you're going to bulk or you want the maximum muscle gains. Another thing is that you can make your meal time flexible, as in you could eat 3 large meals or 6 small meals. It does not matter too much. What matters is that you hit your macros. The third myth is that more training is equal to more gains. This is just not true. I've personally struggled with this a lot for like 3 to 6 months of my first training journey. It's only then that I realized that training hard every day with no rest seems hardcore, but it's not really optimal for your muscle growth. This kind of overtraining will lead to poor recovery, fatigue, and maybe even muscle loss. The truth is that muscles don't grow in the gym. They grow when you rest and you recover. Now what you should do is that you should train 3 to 6 times per week and focus on more intense workouts more than just volume. And another thing you could do is that you should prioritize your sleep and your recovery. Sleep and recovery and your nutritional intake is very important for muscle growth. The fourth myth is that cardio kills gains. You have probably heard people say, don't do cardio, it kills your muscle gains. This is not entirely true. You can still grow a lot of muscle even while doing cardio if you don't overdo it. A small amount of cardio can help with rest, recovery, or even proper sleep. The truth is that low to moderate cardio is very good for muscle growth. 2 or 3 short sessions after your strength training in your gym will help your endurance more than kill your muscle gain. But what you should take care of is that you need to use it strategically and not do it before your workouts. You can do it 3 or 4 times a week after your workouts, but if you do it before your workouts, you might be missing out on a lot of gains. The last and final myth that you need a lot of supplements to get big. Supplements are marketed as magical muscle builders. People think that you can't reach your full genetic potential unless you take some amount of supplements. But here's the truth, they're completely optional. If your diet and training aren't on point, these supplements will not help you get anywhere. What you should really do is focus on real food first. You need to take whole meals so that you get better nutrition, but you still need to make sure that your macros are hit. Another thing is that you should only take proven supplements. Supplements such as creatine, protein powder if you want it, coffee, etc. will actually help your gains. They're not really required. They're just an optional factor in your muscle building journey. The last thing we need to clarify is that these supplements will not help you unless you put the hard work in yourself. Now you know about these common muscle building myths. You should avoid them so you can reach your maximum potential. Let me know in the comments if you fell for these myths yourself, and even tell me if you heard of these before. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks like these. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.